and welcome back to the Bookshelf Odyssey. My name is Art, and today I'm doing the Booktuber Pet Tag. I don't believe I was tagged in this, but I did see it on Melinda at Web of Stories on her Facebook, or on her Booktube channel, and I love my dog so much. Her name is Pumpkin. She's an Australian Shepherd, white and orange, I guess, is the color. I was going to try to get her up here, but she's not having it today. Also, feel sorry for her. She pulled a muscle in her leg the other day, which can be a problem with Aussies because they like to go from 0 to 60 in under a second. And she's now, she's about 7 or 8 years old, so she's not as young as she used to be, and has to kind of slow down a little bit, I think. She's over there limping around and feeling sad for herself, but acts just fine when we're out chasing squirrels. So, you know, go figure. Anyway, all that aside, I'll try to intercut some pictures and videos of Pumpkin throughout the video so you can see what a delight it is to be in her life. But she is definitely my snuggle buddy, and love coming home and being greeted at the door by a happy, slobbery wiggle butt, like Pumpkin. Anyway, so I saw this book tag on, like I said, on Melinda's channel. I'll leave her video link in my comments below. Check out her channel if you haven't already. And let's just go ahead and dive into this. I haven't really prepared beforehand, so a lot of this will be off the cuff. Number 1, introduce your pet, be it furry, feathered, scaly, or etc. So actually, we have kind of a zoo in our house as a whole. My son has 2 turtles. He has an aquatic turtle named Potato, and then he has a box turtle that he named Nigel. They're a lot of fun. Turtles are really great pets. Especially box turtle is very low maintenance. We have 2 parakeets. One is named Daisy because we thought she was a girl. Turns out she's a boy. And then the other parakeet's name is Bilbo, and he's a beautiful blue parakeet. We had one named Pickwick, but unfortunately Pickwick died rather suddenly one day. Didn't know if he was sick or what happened. My wife was very attached to Pickwick, and that was really hard. We didn't like that process, but that's how we ended up with Bilbo, is we wanted to replace Pickwick, although Picky is irreplaceable. So we have that, and then I have some fish. I have a beta named Mr. Darcy. He's in his own little tank. He has a little friendly snail in there with him to help cut down on the algae. And then I have a school of black skirt tetras in a bigger tank. Their names were Charlotte, Anne, and Emily Bronte. And then I read that they do better in a larger school, so I added 3 or 4 more in. Some of them did not survive the move. Charlotte, Emily, and Anne continued on. So now I just refer to them as, in their collective term, as the Brontes. So that's the name of my fish. Yeah, we love animals. I think there's nothing better than spending time with a fur baby, whether it's feathered, furry, or scaly. All right, number 2, has your pet impacted your reading life? If so, how? Not really. I did read a book a couple years ago about dogs and like how a dog's brain works, or how a dog's nose work. I can't remember now. And I've read a couple stories about guys who hike with their dogs. And I do find myself being more deliberate in what I want to read. And I specifically do not want to read books where the dog dies. In fact, there's a website I think you can go to called doesthedogdie.com. I think it's the name of the website, that you can check and see the movie or book if the dog dies. I just don't want to read that. You know, it's something we have to deal with pets. I understand, but there's just some triggers that I don't want to have to deal with. It's never easy when your fur baby has to end their life here. They become such a companion, and we really did get Pumpkin partly for my mental health. She's been such a help with that, and getting me out to walk and helping me to have something to take care of, that kind of thing. She's not officially a emotional support animal. She's really actually undisciplined in a lot of ways, but we need to get her some training. But we did pick her up from a animal shelter, so we don't really know her backstory at all. Going on, number 3, name some favorite books with your type of pet in them. I can't remember the name of the book offhand, and I'm too lazy to look it up. But so I'll post a picture of it here or there or somewhere. But this was a story of a man who took his dog on a lot of walks, a lot of hikes, and he just journals about all of the hikes that they went on, and it was a really fun read. A little bit emotional at the end, but spoiler alert, the dog does not die. So if that's something that triggers you, you're safe to read the book. Number 4, would your pet be a hero or a villain in a book? Oh, Pumpkin would definitely be the hero. She would be like the plucky sidekick who bringing grounding in humanity to the story. I'm thinking like in Lord of the Rings. If she were a character in Lord of the Rings, she would probably be Merry, the Hobbit. The one who might cause some trouble. She would definitely be the one to knock a corpse over into a well and cause all the orcs to find where they are, and disaster ensues. Looking at that chart, is she chaotic good, chaotic evil, that kind of thing? She's more like chaotic fun, chaotic crazy. I don't know. But that's definitely who she would be. What's your favorite cozy reading setup with your pet? Really quite simple. I read a lot in my chair downstairs, and she often will lay down next to me on the floor, or she'll lay on the couch. She does like to snuggle if I'm reading in bed. She'll jump up on the bed and snuggle that way, but she's a little too big to be a lap dog, unfortunately. But yeah, she's follows me everywhere I go. Number 6, if your pet could leave comments on your videos, what kind of feedback would they give? Probably something like less talking and more treats. Give me chicken, give me dog treats. Can we go for a walk? Are you done yet? This video is way too long when we could be outside chasing squirrels. Stuff like that. Number 7, if your pet were in charge of a book club, what snacks or chaos would they bring? So definitely she'd bring snacks. She loves chicken. She loves chicken. Okay. I know some of you think that your dog loves chicken, but she loves chicken. Okay. When it's cooking, like in the crock pot, we'll often just have some shredded chicken on hand, either to feed as a snack or we'll eat it, for lunch or something, put it on tortillas and melt cheese on it. It's, good stuff. I love chicken too. But she's gotten so she recognizes the sound of the container of chicken being opened, and she walks so quietly at times where I'll open the fridge, open the container of chicken, and I'll step back and bump into something, and I'll look down, and she's just sitting there grinning at me, giving me the big Aussie smile, and saying, "Hey, I would like some chicken, please." And yeah, so she definitely brings chicken, dog treats, anything chewy she likes. She doesn't actually like the dog biscuits, the more crunchy kind. She likes the softer kind of treats. She definitely bring chaos. When we're out for a walk, if she sees somebody walking, she will bark and bark and bark, and sounds ferocious. And those who are brave will because she sounds, like I said, she sounds ferocious. But then when you get within a certain radius of her, it's like something switches in her brain where she goes from protection mode to, oh, you're part of my collective now, you're part of my herd. And then she'll try to she'll come up, greet you with a big wiggle butt and all happy, and sit and let you pet her and all that, which is a lot of fun. If you're brave enough to approach a barking, snarling Aussie, you're going to get lots of pets and licks in. What we have seen change in her behavior since we got her from the kennel is that she is more gentle around people and even kids. In fact, I believe they said that she's not good with younger children when we got her, but we have found that now she is. She's very good and very gentle around children. And we don't know if that's changed because of the atmosphere she's living in now or her age or what. And it's not that she has a history of attacking kids or anything. It's just the shepherds, they like to shepherd. And so often they'll look at little kids as sheep, and they'll, like kind of try to herd them or nip at their ankles to try to get them to move where they want them to be. And she's just really doesn't do that anymore. She's found it more effective to use her leash as kind of a herding tool and wrap the leash around our legs and pull us where she wants us to go. She's also does this thing where if we're walking and she doesn't want to walk in the direction I'm going, she'll sit down. And now she'll lay down and to say, nope, I don't want to go that way. I'm going to lay down. And I can't budge her. I'll have to start walking in that direction and then change direction to go back the way I'm going. She needs to be trained. And I know I'm probably making all kinds of mistakes. We could do better. I know it is what it is. What did that have to do with a book club? I have no idea, but she would bring snacks. She'd definitely bring chaos. Number 8, how would your pet design a reading nook? Comfort forward, wildly impractical, or both? Definitely comfort forward. She likes comfort. We now live in a house that the downstairs is mostly hardwood floor. And so she's definitely more likely to want to lay on the couch or a blanket or something that's softer. And so I would say that her design would be like a mattress on the floor that's soft and cushy. So she doesn't have to jump up too high to get up on the bed. She is a little bit overweight in spite of all the miles she walks. I could see she doesn't like to jump up as much as maybe she used to. So something like that with a nice cozy blanket, some snacks on hand, her favorite human laying there reading as well, and just somebody there to scratch her belly and feed her green beans. She likes green beans. I think that would be the perfect reading spot for her. Have you ever filmed a video or had to edit out pet chaos? Not really. I think there's maybe a couple where you could hear her barking a little bit, or sometimes she'll pant heavily. And, I have to clarify that that's not me panting into the microphone. That's Pumpkin. But for the most part, she's pretty quiet. And when I do interviews and stuff with people, if their pet makes an appearance, that never bothers me. In fact, I encourage my guests that if you have pets, we want to see them. So, yeah, if you're a booktuber or somebody and you feel like you have to edit out pet noise or apologize for pet noise, don't feel bad. I love it. I love seeing pets. So leave it in. It would bring me joy. And then it says to number 10, pet name drop, tag a booktuber or more that you'd love to see do this tag. I don't know who has done this tag yet or not, or who has pets and who doesn't, to be honest, off the top of my head. I love in Melinda's video where her cat makes an appearance, and the way she answers number 3 is classic. Or number 4, sorry. Whether her cat would be the hero or villain. Definitely got villain vibes there, Melinda. But yeah, if you have a pet and you want to do this tag, consider yourself tagged and let me know so I can watch and see some cute videos and pictures of your pets. All right, that's all I'll do today. And thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not already. And we'll keep the conversation going about our pets below. Let me know what kind of pet you have or would like to have someday. I know my wife really wants to have a pet elephant one day. Not going to happen. But, she's like, if we could genetically modify an elephant to be like the size of a small dog, maybe we could, she's got quite the imagination. So anyway, that'll be it, as I said, for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time, take care and happy reading.